Scuderia Ferrari snatches a podium finish at the Jeddah circuit, with Monegasque driver Charles Leclerc in third place behind the Red Bull duo of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. However, in the coming years, the 2024 Formula One Saudi Arabian Grand Prix will be mainly remembered for another reason: the debut of a talent destined to become a great driver. Only Father Time will certify what today, emotionally, seems to be a hopeful scenario for the 18-year-old English driver. Carlos Sainz was forced to miss out on the Saudi Arabian race weekend due to appendicitis, with the Spaniard promptly operated on site, a situation which catapulted a semi-unknown teenager to the public eye. And the Ferrari Driver Academy member took advantage of his massive opportunity to immediately make headlines. Raise your hand if you didn't think for a moment that entrusting the SF24 car to Oliver Bearman was too big a risk, especially on a track where even the most experienced drivers pay dearly for small mistakes. And yet, this talented teenager called in a hurry on Friday morning to replace the Spanish driver surprised everyone. He had just one free practice session to try to understand the complex procedures of Formula One cars and feel what it meant to complete a lap of the Jeddah circuit, with a lap time 12 seconds faster than the pole position which he had set the day before in the Formula 2 Championship for Prema Racing. Oliver Bearman was like a sponge, capable of quickly implementing all instructions. Watching the onboard footage of the British driver, what impresses the most is the ability to put into practice all the instructions received from his Ferrari race engineer, Riccardo Adami, with the precision of a veteran which seemed to have been doing this for years. Over the course of the 50 laps of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, he made no mistakes, showing a composure that allowed him to complete several overtaking moves without any lockups or misjudgments, as happened, for example, to the more experienced Oscar Piastri, who couldn't get the better of Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes. All this on a pseudo-street circuit where you brush against walls at crazy speeds. Probably the latest generation of drivers is mentally more ready to receive many inputs and implement them naturally. Certainly, Oliver Bearman is an exceptional driver who does credit to the work of the Ferrari Driver Academy. The fact that the lineup of the Maranello team consisted of drivers nurtured in their own young academy should be a source of pride for the Ferrari management, but also for the Tifosi. A powerful yet sad image was the brief shot of Mick Schumacher, another product of the Red Academy, looking understandably upset in the Mercedes garage. The merits of Scuderia Ferrari's gamble are enormous. However, it should also be pointed out that what Oliver Bearman showcased was complemented by a stable car, which clearly gives confidence to the drivers. Ollie's astonishing performance demonstrates that the SF24 is a car with predictable behavior that doesn't require a very long learning curve to extract its potential. The Briton was fantastic, but he would hardly have been able to perform as well with the SF23, which experienced drivers struggled to tame in many circumstances. From this perspective, Oliver Bearman's 7th place finish in the race is effectively the certification of the good work done by the Maranello engineers. The Italian car was able to make a driver who had never raced in Formula One feel comfortable, managing to complete 50 laps with an increasing pace. Yes, because the young English driver, despite physical and mental fatigue, allowed himself the luxury of setting the fastest lap of the race on the last lap, resisting the pressure from compatriots Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton ahead at the finish line in Saudi Arabia. Formula One needs freshness. Oliver Bearman's achievement is a beautiful story of a talented young driver and a worried father in the Ferrari pits, in a Formula One series shaken by sordid affairs that seem never-ending. It took an unforeseen event and Frédéric Vasseur's gamble for the paddock not to exclusively discuss the internal war at Red Bull, the accusations leveled at Mohammed Ben Sulayem. In short, the dark side of the sport that is increasingly alienating fans from a series which is losing its credibility. Fans of the premier motorsport category have shown in recent years that they can accept the technical dominance of a competitor, but currently, they are weary of power plays and the sort of scandals that now makes more news than the purely sporting aspect of the category. For this reason too, thank you Ferrari, and above all, thank you Oliver.